Yeah. So I just want you to practice setting into that device where it looks straight for you.
Yeah, it feels straight.
Perception-wise, yeah?
Yeah, it feels perfect.
Okay, now did you change anything in your setup, or just a little bit trial and error?
Just kind of, it felt normal. I think the first one was just, I don't know. Let me try it without it again.
Okay. All right. So now you've had a bit of practice. We're gonna put the ball there. So again, 5-footer. Your task is just aim at dead center. Are you ready?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, super. So obviously the further we go from the hole, we're going to have less range of error. So rather than 1 degree being at the hole at 5 foot, at 1 degree is now left edge. Putter face. So you tell me when you're happy. Happy there?
Well, I'm not happy because I know how far. Oh, it's not.
Side, okay. A good portion inside right at the hole. Excellent. Perfect. 15-footer.
There. Wow.
Okay, so that's 2 degrees left of the hole there. Okay, so you can right against the putter face. Okay. Now, if you had your eyes really far over or really far inside the ball, that's going to alter your perception as well. That's why I said move around in your setup a little bit. Find what looks straight and what is straight. So you can do that drill. You can lay an alignment stick down where you want it to go. And all you do is just set into the putt, go through your routine, set it up square to the where you know is straight, and make sure your eyes are matching that. What are our tendencies when our putter path goes in terms of setup? What are our checkpoints? Yeah, generally it's the poor hit is a cut stroke.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Or it's this. I just go.
Yeah, leaving the face open and cutting across. So what are your checkpoints when you're actually setting up to the ball?
Well, I try and think about when I set up to the ball. I just put the ball in. When I set up, I kind of put the front foot first. This one. Put the ball just inside it.
Okay, so yeah, so from here, ball position is just a tiny bit left to center, which is good because we want to hit the ball with a slight ascending attack angle.
I kind of
we can get the ball rolling.
So this is weird, but for me it's then I kind of like leave my shoulders, but then I feel that it's left. Like I know when it's left, so I just put it back. Okay.
So that's one of the big things, because shoulder alignment is going to have a huge effect on the putter path, especially for us because we're building a stroke where we're just rocking our torso back and through. So we have to set up parallel to our target line for that to work. So one of your main keys is, okay, we've got ball position, shoulder alignment. What about the eyes? The eye line's so important.
Eye line, I just like, so where the putter is the line, I just feel like my eyes are on that line.
Okay, but also, what's your tendency to practice? So sometimes you can
sometimes I go like that.
You can lean there. So your eye line is now left of target.
Shoulders help.
Yeah, and that can also cause a cut stroke. So that's fundamental sort of number 3, ball position, shoulder alignment, eye line. Okay, the eye line is really, really important. And then from there,
I imagine
right arm.
I got a towel.
Yeah.
I kind of like sometimes I can get away with tucking it a bit.
Yeah. So that right arm has to be, it's not squeezed, but there's a little connection.
Yeah. You don't like squeeze it, it's just nice, and you try and keep the t-shirt, creased in there.
Because when this right arm gets out, that's also a variable that can make the putter path moves left.
I always feel like when I'm over it, I'm almost like this is almost in, tucked in.
So if you were to stand up straight for a moment, okay, arms out straight.
Yeah, I feel like it's there.
Yeah, with the putter, hold the putter out as well. So when you get into your push, arm is straight. So nice and straight. Don't lean back. Nice and straight. Right, and then just tuck your arms, just slightly bend them in, not totally bend them in, just slightly bend. And then all we're doing is we're hinging from our hips into setup, maintaining a little bit of this rib cage and tricep connection. So we've got eye line. Our arms are connected to our torso. And then we've obviously got the feet line and knees. That's something you do quite well. But once you've got those checkpoints,
I just forward press a bit.
Yeah, now the forward press, remember, we don't want to do it too aggressively and too late.
You just want to,
So you can forward press it slightly,
and then from there I just...
make sure it's set, and then we go. They're the checkpoints for setup, calibrating your body alignment, eye line. They're the main keys. When we start to cut across the ball, they're the main keys that start to go. Okay, so that's from a face-on perspective. Big keys are ball position. We don't want to get it too far forward as well. So ball position that's too far forward, that's going to exaggerate our miss of a cut stroke. Okay, from down there. So when you're looking at the ball there, can you see just the inside the string line, or are you over the just inside the string line? Eye line is good. And then from there, we're going to just maintain our connection between our triceps and our torso. Just going to work. So something that we've done in the past is we've gotten set up nicely, and then as we're working our torso back and through, our head and our torso would side bend too much to the right, and this side bending too much to the right and the head moving back causes the stroke to move left, right? To move the putter bat to move left. So one of the drills that you can do at home, putting your head up against the wall, making sure we're rocking our shoulders, but we're not going to move our head back. All right, that's going to cause us to cut across it. All right, so we're going to stay this relatively stable. Okay, so that's one of our keys with our torso alignment.
Online people see it's just really fun. Watching it.
So just do a
Sorry, a demo. Sorry.
yeah, just do a little demo. So if I had this, so we've got our eye line. Okay, perfect, and we're not going to tilt the head back. So our shoulders are rocking. It's a nice blend of tilting and turning there. So putting the head on the wall. Okay. Perfect. Check your eye line, check your shoulder alignment. And then just put a pure stroke on it. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay, they're the main keys for you technically. You're working on pace, you've calibrated your start line, your technique. Now it's going more into hitting putts. So tee in the ground. You're going to pace out 10 foot, 20 foot and a 30 foot putt. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 and a step. So there's 10 feet approximately. 20 feet. 30 feet. So you can do this at all varying different types of slopes. So this would be a good sort of rule of thumb for pace is get it within 10% of the distance. So if you have a 10 foot putt, we're going to work on getting it within a foot of our phantom hole. If you get it within a foot of the phantom hole, you go to 20 feet.
Maybe short or has to be.
Yeah, ideally on these shorter ones, we're looking for it to reach, and then as you get to the longer putts, it can be a little bit short and long. Perfect. Now this time, tell me how long the stroke is back and through. So if you were to get me to place tees here for length of backswing and length of forward swing.
There? No, there.
Yeah, and on the way through. So what you're doing is when you go to different speeds of greens, uphill, downhill, you can start to calibrate the length of stroke. All right, so now you can visually see that your backswing there is just pretty much on the toe of your right foot. So what we want to do with our pace putting is calibrate our length of stroke and then have that tempo maintain the same. So on the long putts, we don't want to really accelerate too hard with the putter. We want to just have a gradual.
Yeah, so when I fill this, like you'll see how sometimes I
So now let's go to 20 feet. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. The thing I like about the ghost holes is you hold it, but also with good pace. Sometimes you can hold it and you don't know how far past it's going to go.
absolutely ram it.
Yeah, so then you could say, okay, hold it, but was it a good...
Wow, it breaks more than
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, let's go a couple more there. So you would then do this drill on a flat surface, uphill, downhill. You can even add some slope in there, left to right, right to left. Perfect. Excellent. So that's perfect. And then what you can do is, if you're unsure the amount of uphill, you know the brake meter app, you can go, right, this is a 3% uphill or 2% downhill.
I'm pretty lucky.
But then you can test yourself. So say, okay, I feel like that's a 2% left to right. Then you can put the brake meter down and say, okay, what is it actually? It's like the same.
And then I know with my pace, like where I'm going to aim.
Yeah, because there's never going to be one line. There could be 3 different lines to reach the hole, depending on how you perceive the pace and the and the read.
When it's downhill, I'll go more left and just tap it and let the ball kind of like trickle in.
Exactly. So on faster greens, you have to allow for more brake, right? And then on slower greens, you can allow for less brake. So 1 to 20 feet. Beautiful. Perfect. Then you've got a system there of, okay, I know what my 10, 20 and 30 feet, and then obviously you can do 40, 50, you can go as long as you like. And that's how you're going to practice your pace control.